Welcome back to the Lucky Labo YouTube channel. I'm driving right now. As you see in the back seat, we have some wheels. They are an Advan SA3 original 16-inch, 16 by 8 plus 32. Just sold these to a customer off of our S13 project car. Probably going to change it up and do something different. Yeah, it's been a while since we uploaded, but I hope you enjoyed this episode. I don't know what's going to happen, but it should be cool. Today we have a pretty big update because the S14 has been sold. So if you have been following our Instagram or YouTube videos, you know that the S14 is pretty integral to our channel, our brand. And why did we sell it? Well, I just feel like, I was getting a little bit stale, and, although it was sort of the hero car for me, because my first car was a Zenki S14, it's just time to move on to bigger and better things. Currently, we are working on the S13 to get the engine back in. It has been a long 6-month build so far. We see the light at the end of the tunnel finally. Really excited to start driving this car, setting it up, tuning it, and making it my own. So, the story with this car, we bought it from Top Rank Importers out in California. It was imported in 2019, I believe. That's when I bought it. It was one of the first S14s available for import. It's highly modified with HKS turbo and a bunch of other goodies. That makes it around 350 horsepower is my guesstimation. We went through a different couple wheel setups. We did T37s, we had work wheels, we have Rega Masters on there now. We also did R34 GTR wheels, which look pretty cool. And it's had a bunch of iterations on interior as well. At one point we did have full 270R front seats. So the S14 is officially with their new owner. Right in there. We just raised the car about an inch in the front and the rear because their driveway is a little bit steep. But yeah, they're gonna go take it on a test drive now. So as you can see, it is an absolute mess in here. It's just a temporary workspace until we finish this car. So the engine is now on a hoist. We're pretty much dialed in on everything. We need to torque the front crank pulley bolt. We need to put the alternator back on, get that belt sorted out. We have the Nismo Super Copper Mix clutch. That's just sitting on there for now. We have to torque that down and put this plate in first, actually, and get that all sorted out. Intake side is done. Fuel setup is done. Moving into the engine bay, we got the Z32 fuel filter there, all ready to go. We have the brake lines and the brake master all protected. We put some DEI heat wrap around the lines there. We have the ARC airbox mated to a Z32 MAF. This was actually custom done by my friend Alexander, aka Corsa Tech in Texas. We have the Grady intercooler installed. We have our HPI Evolve radiator. I love this piece. This is actually one of the first things I ordered for this build. We have to sort out the piping a little bit here. It's not quite working. We're gonna need to open up this battery tray area a little bit. But yeah, I mean, we're coming along. It's been a long road so far, but we're almost there. We have the BombX body kit. My friend Elijah should be coming over today actually to help with the fitment. Fits really good. I'm just, you know, we need extra hands to help install everything because everything is, you know, so big and cumbersome. So we have the rear spats pretty much mocked up. I have some new new to me, AVS VS6 wheels in 16 by 7 in the front, 16 by 8 in the rear. 4 lug, of course. We have R32 GTR seats for the interior. It's a little bit dark in here, but we've made a carbon panel for a 80 millimeter Nismo gauge and a 52 millimeter Nismo gauge. Keeping the interior pretty much stock, honestly. We have a Yashio factory shift boot, and we're gonna put the shift knob in there. We have a Tomei short shifter. But yeah, crackless dash. Just trying to keep this nice and clean in here. Not go too over the top. Well, this is a sight for sore eyes. 6 months in the making, and we finally have the engine in the engine bay. Mark and I cranked this out on a Saturday morning. I didn't really film any of the process because it was just the two of us working. It would have taken much longer if I staged everything and filmed it. But very happy with the process and how it came out. Obviously, it is beautiful in this freshly painted engine bay. One thing to update is that we actually added now a oil filter relocation by Trust with an oil cooler. I got this used from a guy in California. His name is Jonathan. He does a lot of part outs and he always has the best parts. It's a very good condition and all the components were already here. So it has Earl's oil return and feed, and then it has the lines that go to the front oil cooler. So we're gonna position this in between the radiator and the intercooler here. I've seen that done on a few cars and it works pretty good. So yeah, I mean, it's really shaping up. We have a few more things to button up on the underside, and then we can put the car back on the ground, which is super exciting. In other news, the body kit is fully mounted. So we have both sides of the rear done. We have the side skirts. It's not too aggressive, but it's slightly cooler than OEM style. Then we have the front bumper. So that's all hard mounted. We did use the factory mount that we screwed into this front piece. I'm probably going to repaint that and then add the weather stripping. So I took this piece off of the OEM bumper, so we'll put the weather stripping on there, which will go like so and create a better seal when we have the hood on. And then also the weather stripping for the headlight area. So it will go underneath there to just make it a little bit cleaner, somewhat OEM, even though this is a fiberglass body kit that's got a very 90s style. But yeah, super excited.